Hi, everyone. This is Angel Talk with Brenda Hardwick. This month, this is the month of what month is it? Oh, September. Our guest healer this month is Dana Suazo of One Thread Healing, and she's an intuitive healer, and she's awesome. I have worked with her many times and have known her for several years. So welcome, Dana.
Thanks.
Our topic today is change is always there. Facing it is the challenge. Now, the Angel Talk podcast has been going on for, we're pushing 3 years. The first the first year and a half, it's all on Spotify and there's no video. And it's just me. I started using Spotify towards the end of last year. So, um, I'm a little over a year, I think, in since I got started with Spotify. But if you want to hear the old ones, go over to Spotify. If you want to hear the new ones, you're on YouTube. As soon as I figure out how to put the old ones onto YouTube, it'll all be here. Okay. Now, change is always there. Facing it is the challenge. So I will tell you that it's not just me, it's everyone I know and everyone I've talked with that has had change happen this year. There has been so much change.
Mhm.
Now, we're not going to even think about politics and all of that can of worms. Just think about your personal life. Think about what you're doing, where you're going, what you have been dealing with. It is an amazing thing that we are all still going forward. There's been so much change, and it doesn't matter what direction you look in. Um, and it's continuous, okay? It's not, change is always there. It's not just the seasons that are changing right now. The girls are back in school. Hallelujah. You know, we had a summer of having to keep them entertained. Grandma was on point. Yay. I am dealing with the new me, and what that means after going through what started last year, because I'm almost at a year since this second diagnosis. What about you, Dana? How do you feel about what has been going on? And tell us a little bit about you first, and
Okay.
then answer the question.
Okay. So yes, I started out with Reiki as a Reiki healer, and um, I think things have just kind of morphed, and I don't know what it is. Like I know a lot of energy comes through me, and I don't know what all comes through me, but I know what's supposed to come through me comes through me. So yeah, I teach, and I also teach Reiki, and now I'm teaching Strophic wisdom classes. I'm teaching the Rose Pyramid system, and I created with another person, Cindy Stewart, we created a class called Angelic Alchemy and Reiki and Sound Healing class. So that's kind of fun and
Oh,
exciting. So um, I will
that's a
say,
lot of change.
I know, yes, yes. So yes, that's all just morphed in the last few years, couple of years. So, and it's a lot of work I didn't realize how much work it is to channel and create a class. It's a lot of work.
Yes,
It takes a lot of time and a lot of work. So, and a lot of change, obviously.
yes.
Yeah. And
So when it comes to change, um, I think it comes in many different ways. There's change that's wow and it's surprising and oh,
right.
what am I going to do now? And then there's the change that when you wake up one morning and realize, the way I'm doing this is different because I used to do it that way.
Mhm.
Um, and then there's the change that you want to make because you have chosen to teach a new class or to invent something like, the sound healing and my boy, that sounds just fascinating. Um,
Yeah.
and like for me, I've stopped doing some things and I'm not sure what's going to happen next
Right.
because I'm leaving it to my guides and angels to set my feet on the path because at this point, I don't really care. I'm not in a hurry.
Right.
Okay. So when it comes to change and facing it, are you good at that? Are you good at facing it?
I would say I am now, now that like I'm open and aware, I would say in my previous life, yeah, leave it lifetime as a muggle. Not so much. Like, yeah, change was like, oh my gosh, kind of scary and like maybe not welcome. But now I'm like, I see change as like this is happening for me, not to me. I really try to have that like philosophy and like you said, sometimes change happens without you even like thinking about it, like it just happens. Like so I feel like it's just what our guides is like making us move into or step into. Like I would have never have guessed I would have, created a class. I would have never have guessed that, even a couple of years ago. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I can understand that.
yeah,
Um, it is, change is something that as so many people fear it.
exactly.
And that's one of the things I see in clients.
Hmm.
And I don't know about you. You tell me if this registers with you. I find that the things that I have gone through and been through, I draw people who are going
Yeah.
through those same things.
Hmm.
So
Totally.
having
100%.
been through some of the crap, crawled out of some of the changes that have just occurred for me or just shown up or that I've chosen because I've been through them, I know how I have the words for how to speak to others.
Right.
Um, and I'm glad for that because if I've been through it, even though how that change occurred for me is different than how it occurred from them, I understand it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
And I'm kind of tearing up for some reason. I don't know why. So I know we're like really onto something here.
yes. So let me ask. So when you have a client that comes in and what they bring to the table, because I don't know about you, but um when I'm working with a client and we get past the small talk in the very beginning,
Right.
and then they start getting to the nitty gritty, what the reason they came to see me. Because what I have found most of the time is they don't really tell you in the beginning.
Hmm.
You have to clear the table first,
Right.
and then you open it up and say, well, do you have questions or have you heard something else you want to talk? Have you heard something you want to go further in? Um, when that happens for you with your client, what's your first step?
Um, I just kind of feel it or feel into that, what's going on with them. And then I'll just like, like gently, like I just kind of feel like this is going on, because are you talking about people who like really don't want to reveal what's going on with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll just be like, I'll just kind of gently start approaching it, like I kind of feel like this is something maybe going on, and I might say like what you said, like, because I know I've experienced that in the past, and then I find that kind of like starts slowly opening them up
Yeah.
more. Yeah, yeah. It's
And
just
I tell stories. I tell
right,
stories.
right.
Um,
Exactly.
last year, or a few months
Right.
ago, I had
Yes.
something like that happen to me, and
Right.
you tell them, without,
Hmm.
give them all the gory details, but you tell them to get them to loosen up, um, and talk to you about it. Um,
Exactly. Because I know, yeah, sometimes it's hard to get them to be vulnerable, to open up, and yeah,
yes,
yeah.
as when you're working with a person, when it comes to where you've got to tell your story and be vulnerable. How is that for you? Is that easy?
It is. So, yeah, it is actually. And I think it's because it's exactly what you said. I think I've come to that realization that, like, oh, we really go through the stuff we go through so that we can be there for clients and or people, because sometimes like even it doesn't have to necessarily be a healing. We're healing by just listening to, going
Mhm.
for a walk with someone and they're talking about, something, or, they'll kind of start bringing it up, and then you kind of might say a little something, and then all of a sudden they're just like really opening up, and then at the end they're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." Even though you don't really say that much, you just
Yeah.
got them to feel comfortable enough to talk. They felt like they had, a therapy session or a
Yes.
healing session. They're like, "Oh my gosh, thanks so much." And I'm like, sure, no problem. I didn't do anything, but I was the channel there
Yes.
to allow them to do that. Yeah.
Well, I will tell you, you did do something.
Yeah,
You just didn't
exactly.
know that you were doing it,
No,
because
exactly. Exactly.
I find that I'm just being me,
Right.
and depending on the story, depending on the issue, talking about stuff like that, stuff that happens and stuff you go through, that's therapeutic for you as well,
Right.
sharing
Right.
it. And then you listen. I mean, there's nothing like hearing somebody else's version of what you've been through so that you realize, well, I'm not alone.
Exactly. That it's exactly that. Like, oh, thank you. You made me feel so much better because now I don't feel alone. I don't feel
Yes.
like I'm crazy. I don't feel like it's just me.
Yes. Yes. Because being human and in this 3D world, it feels like that a lot. Like
Right.
you're the only one that's going through this, and that hearing somebody else give even, and most of the time it's totally different than what you have gone through, but the emotions and the choices you had to make and the things that you had to do are where you find the same thing
Hmm.
or the same issue. And knowing that, okay, this really is just a human thing. It's not a Brenda thing. It's not a
Right.
Dana thing. It's just a human thing. It's one of the things that I find fascinating with. Have you seen the We Do Not Care Club?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'll have to send you the link. So
Okay, yes, do.
so it's a young lady. Well, I call her young lady because she's younger than me, but
Yeah.
it's for perimenopause and menopausal women.
Mm.
And she recorded it just on a whim. She was sitting in her car and had just had it up to here with, I don't even remember what the first one was about. She put it up and it blew up. She didn't realize that she wasn't the only one.
Oh,
And in the course of a matter of weeks, she's got over 4 million uh, followers from
oh, wow.
across the planet.
Wow.
And I'm just, I'm a member
Yeah, yeah,
because,
yeah. You're like,
and
sign me
she's,
up.
yes. And she made it funny. She had on like three pairs of glasses that you could never find your readers. She had on the airplane pillow around her neck, and she had a sheet of paper and a highlighter. And
Hmm.
she said, we do not care. And she starts listing stuff and crossing it off. And then said, if you want to add something, put it in the beginning, in the comments. And it just blew up. It scared her. But
Oh,
now, in doing this on a whim, she has been on The View.
oh, wow.
She's been on, I think it's The View. Yeah, because Whoopi was there, I think, and Halle Berry was on there, and she got pictures with Halle Berry. And all she's doing is talking about the challenges of being menopausal and perimenopausal. And, you know, it's a real thing for all of us women.
Right. And talk
And
about a change.
yes,
It affects so much change in our bodies.
yes. And so, from the standpoint of the physical changes that we're going through because of our age and or because of the medical crap we're going through, um, or the dealing with the people in our lives because of the changes they're going through. My granddaughters, they're going to be 7 this year.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
reading where they're recommending that you put together a period kit so they can carry it in their backpack so that if it happens and you're not there, they have all they need and they know what it's about. I'm like,
At
they're
7?
7. No. So it'll be next year because next year when school starts, they'll be going to be 8. And it's 8 that they're
Still,
supposed to start. I
wow.
know. And I'm like, holy geez. Um, you know, it's just being female and dealing with the physical 3D changes
Hmm.
and being awake and aware, whether you're at the beginning of that just being woke up or whether
Right.
you've been awake for a while, but something else is happening, you know, sometimes being a girl is just not easy.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
And every time you turn around, it's something else.
Yes.
Um, Now I'm in the position, I'm not the parent. Daddy's a doctor, so he's going to do the explaining. Yay, but grandma's going to answer from a female point of view because he can't do that.
Right, right, right.
He can explain the mechanics and what he knows, and but grandma's going to be the one to teach him how to wash and where to wash and and
Yeah.
the details.
Right.
Um, and then they're both gifted,
Mm.
very.
Yeah.
And they ask me questions all the time that, I'm like, okay, they're 6. I don't want them trying to use their heel because their hands glow when they're working on, you know, I don't want them trying to work on healing somebody while they're at school and get in
Right.
trouble.
Right.
That's not appropriate. But they're
Yeah.
6 trying to
Right.
explain that and why.
Hmm.
Being a girl is just not easy. It's not.
Right.
It's just
Right.
not.
Right. Yeah.
So knowing that and between your clients and your friends and your acquaintances, I have learned that as a healer, when you are with other people, you are always on.
Oh, yeah.
You are
Yep.
always on. Now, I tell
Yeah.
the angels, you can't talk to me unless I say, okay, answer this question for me. Because otherwise I'd be crazy.
Right. I know. Yeah. You're right. We don't have an off switch. Like it
No,
it's on all the time.
yes. Even when I was ill and going through chemo and I was still on. I
Hmm.
wasn't consciously channeling. In being in the room with all the other women, mostly women, going through chemo for one reason or another, all the female parts. I knew I was on, but they weren't
Hmm.
asking me to do the work. They were just
Right.
sending energy through me, and I didn't have to focus it. I didn't have to pay attention. Um,
Right. I know, and that's something helpful for new healers to know is it doesn't have to look like you have this many clients or that many clients, or it's this type of healing modality or that type of healing modality. You heal just going out in the world and
Yes.
talking to people and or smiling at people and or just shining your light to people, you know.
Just
That's
being present.
yes, exactly.
Just
Yeah.
being present. It doesn't have to be work.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be competitive because I don't care if you do the same things that I do, the way you do it
Hmm.
is different. Like you talked about
Right.
the pyramid rose, the seraphim rose pyramid.
Right.
And Liz Ann spoke about that. And she's the one that channeled all of that. Bless her heart.
Right. Right.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad she did it. Um,
Right.
and you use it and I use it, and we've got others that use it, but we all use it a little differently because I'm not you and you're not me. And
Right.
we
Our
bring to the,
vibrations are, you know, we or what we channel is different.
yes,
And we're going to attract the people we're supposed to attract.
that's
I
right.
totally agree. There's no reason for competition at all.
Competition just, it doesn't work. It just
Right.
doesn't.
Right.
There's no place for it.
Right.
Ah, all right. So tell me, when it comes to something that changes for you, wherever it changes in whatever aspect of your life,
Hmm.
um, what's your first um what's your first oh crap. Oh, what's your first emotion? Okay. I was trying to think of the word. Thank you. What's your first
Um,
emotion?
I really try to see it as it's happening for me. It's going to be an expansion. It's going to be a good change for me. My guides are looking out for me. It's something that's no longer serving me. Um, but does my ego mind sometimes still get in the way? Yes, of course it does. And
Yes.
I think the hardest thing for me is when people fall away from me.
Ah,
I still sometimes like, oh, I instantly I attack myself and I don't know
yes.
like, what did I do? What did I say? I feel like I was really nice to them, but I'm realize, and yet I know it's just for whatever reason we served whatever,
Yeah.
our season together has ended,
Has
or,
completed. Yes.
it's just our vibrations don't align, not good or bad either way. Or, my guy, their guides, my guides, that they're just like, it's time for you. You've served your purpose, whatever our
Right.
purpose was together. It's time to move on.
And when those things happen, um, it's very human, very 3D for your first thought to be, what did I do? What did I
Right.
say?
Yeah.
And I have always, gone back and I go over the last conversation
Uh-huh. I
or the
do that
last scene, the last time
too.
I was with them, the last time I saw,
Right.
what did I say? What did I do? Um, what I have learned is being human, that's the first thing everybody does.
Hmm.
But from the outside looking in, when it comes to like a client that's having
Hmm.
that issue with a person in their lives, I can usually see from what they've said that it had nothing to do with them.
Right. Right.
It
Oh yeah,
just
it's much
happens.
easier for us
Yes. Yeah, it's much easier to
to
see
tell
your
the
other
client.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, right, right.
And so I will gently dance around
Yeah.
whatever it was. And then my guides or my angels will tap me on the shoulder and say, "Do you hear what you're saying?
I know. I know.
Do you
Yeah.
hear what you're saying?" Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I need to listen as well.
I
Yes,
know.
you
Yes.
do. Okay, all right. They just want to make sure that I'm listening to me. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
it's really a thing, which
Right.
sucks, but
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot you can do about it. We learn from what we give to other people as well,
And yeah.
because we are human as well. So
Right.
I'm okay with that, even if sometimes it sucks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I know. Sometimes, when I'm walking and I'm thinking about something, I'm like, Dana, remember you just told one of your clients
Yes,
this.
yes, 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 yes. Ah, oh yes, yes.
Uh,
Oh, okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Any piece of wisdom that you would give uh, our audience here, um, as far as handling and being ready? Um, well, maybe not being ready, because change doesn't always happen when you're ready, but being able to deal with the change that you didn't see coming, that you aren't sure, um, when it hits you, what to do. Like your first thought is WTF, now what?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Because it
yeah.
happens, it happens. Um,
Yeah, maybe instead of like clinging to that thought or like being like, why is this change happening to me? Just maybe just practice presence and just asking, what is this moment asking of me? Or what is this moment leading me to? Or where is the growth? Where's my growth? What's coming in for me? And just,
okay.
yeah. Because I'm kind of starting to realize like change and flow, just being in the flow is kind of hand in hand, just
Yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, I agree. And even when we do the work that we do, you don't always see it, especially when it's for you.
right, right.
So
And
don't beat
everything's in
yourself up.
layers. We
Yes,
have layers too.
we
So
have
don't be
layers.
like,
Yes.
I thought I healed that. Like, why is this popping up? It's because there's layers and there are
Yes.
deep layers.
Think of the onion. Just because you
Yes,
peel off the outside that's brown and you don't want to use that, doesn't mean that you might not see a little bit of that when you get further in and have to cut that
exactly.
out before you cook it.
Right. Luckily, it gets easier with each layer,
It
or it's
does.
an easier layer with each layer.
Yes, it does. All right. Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Dana. I
Thank
appreciate you
you.
being here with me this month
Yes, it was
and
fun. I enjoyed
tweaking
it.
our topic. Um, And if you would like to be in touch with Dana, if you look in where the podcast is posted, you will see her email address and you will see her Facebook page, and you can go and check out some of the things that she's doing. Okay. Um, and she's in Denver, so she's not here in Portugal.
Yes, yes, yes.
So next month, my guest healer is Brandy Pamel, and the topic is fall into you, be you no matter what. So I look forward to seeing you next month. I hope you will join me. I hope you will listen to this podcast and share it. The base is growing, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you again for joining me.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Bye. Thank you.